Welcome in to the DNVR Rockies Podcast, Winners Lounge edition.
Winners Lounge.
I am Patrick Lyons.
Hi, Patrick Lyons. I'm Susie Hunter.
Hi, Susie Hunter.
We are both so sleep deprived for very different reasons. So this is going to be a hell of a show.
And I think it will be really good.
Well, we have good vibes. We have good
Very
vibes.
good.
We have great vibes coming into the show because the Rockies got the series win over the Yankees, just like we all predicted.
God, we did say that.
I actually know for a fact that I did. Did you see?
I also said, I think Sunday's on the table as a W2. Now, also, I didn't think it would be this. Like, let's pump the brakes. We're not that great at what we do here, but we were like, they can take 2 out of 3. And look, because the vibes in the ballpark weren't fireworks vibes, fireworks juice. It was baseball juice. Good crowd, yes, maybe more Yankees fans than we would have liked.
There were
but still,
so many.
Everyone was there to watch a baseball game, and what they saw was the Rockies winning a game. I forget what the score is. 7-6 in 11 innings. 7-6? Or was it 8-7?
It was 8-7.
8-7.
It was 8-7.
We got tacos. I was just excited about that.
It
8-7.
8-7, thanks to Alan freaking Trejo.
First homer of the season. First walk-off of his career. Second walk-off of the season for the Rockies.
No, he said that he had a walk-off last season.
A first walk-off from this season.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I think he did, but they announced it in the box that it was his first.
It was
of the
wrong.
season.
Well, because
I do remember
Patrick Saunders asked him, I think it was Patrick Saunders that asked him about that postgame. He's like, no, I had one last year.
Walk-off hit or walk-off homer?
Oh, now I don't remember.
I think it might have been his first walk-off homer.
But maybe not. I don't know. You know what?
Longest game as far as innings, it was 11, right? They had 3 games that were 10 innings, 2 of which were in Boston. And longest by time. I had my eye on that one.
Yes.
It was, 3:35? So it didn't end up going a lot longer.
I think it was 3:38.
Okay, that could have been that one.
But, isn't it crazy that we can have an 11-inning game that's under 4 hours?
My entire family, 16 of them got tickets. They stayed the whole game, including 2 that had been to one game in their entire life.
Oh my gosh.
And it was 3:30. A lot happened, so that kept it really exciting. Everyone in the chat is really excited too.
Yeah,
James,
we got chat.
The Yankees can take the L on the way out of town, or a Y with a broken arm off, and it kind of looks like an L if you rotate it around and you shove it straight up your. So the Yankees can get the L. Evan saying Yankees can take Profar or Grichuk on their way out of Denver. I mean, don't hate that idea.
I thought they did take Grichuk on Friday. Can we talk about this real fast?
Also, do the Rockies know they can trade to teams that aren't in their ballpark?
I thought it was happening again. I know we're not on the Friday portion of the show yet, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So Grichuk came out of the game after going 2 for 2, pulled him in the 6th. I'm like, okay,
homered. Homer, too.
Homered. Yeah, 2 for 2 with a homer. So all of a sudden he's out of the game. I'm like, no. Did they trade him right now? Why else would they take him out? Did they trade him to the Yankees? They could use a Randall Grichuk.
That's right.
But no, it was groin tightness. But for a while it was okay, he is at large right now. His whereabouts are unknown.
And I've had Rockies fans say to me, as soon as Profar or Grichuk gets a hit, we might even see it in the Diehards Only Discord. Again, if you sign up to the DNVR.com, you go ahead and get access to that.
It's an ad read.
Hey, this guy just hit a 3-run home run. Let's just trade him now before he gets hurt. So your take was kind of right on the money with that. Morons Incorporated. You fit in well with our community, man.
Gosh.
But this game was an all-time classic. Definitely has to be best game of the year. Definitely rivals that game against San Diego in the driving rain where we had the delay with the McMahon home run and then the Nolan Jones home run to win it. That was fantastic. But doing it again, against the Yankees.
Against the Yankees. Well, you've got family that are Yankees fans, right?
They were not too pleased, yes.
I was going to say, Yankees fans have to absolutely hate themselves right now. To lose a series
It's rough.
like this. I don't know.
But when you do it at Coors Field and it's gorgeous and they're at altitude, they're all right, they lost. Anyway, hey, let's go out to the DNVR bar. Let's watch Patrick and Susie's show.
They're casuals.
They've got the vibes. No, we got some diehards in there, believe me or not. Derek Jeter was all natty. We're just coming out of left field, Cody, right? We're not trying to speculate on who was doing PEDs and who wasn't. But actually, that was a question that I was getting all weekend at the little family reunion. Happy birthday to my Aunt Pat. Happy 75th. My uncles were going, all right, you're in the BBWAA. You can be voting for the Hall of Fame at some point. Barry Bonds or Pete Rose? And what would you answer to that? And I'm going to ask you that because my uncles are like literally in my face about this.
I would say Barry Bonds.
And what did I say, Susie?
And you said Barry Bonds.
Of course, because we always have the same takes. Yes. And they're like, get out of here, Pete Rose.
No, Pete
steroids.
Rose
Yeah.
sucks.
The entire era did it. Why are we punishing one guy?
You know what? Exactly.
And then
it saved baseball.
And then, of course, the first argument for Pete Rose becomes, well, he never bet on his team to lose. And, of course, my response was, so when he didn't bet on his team to win, what does that symbolize, right?
Exactly.
All right.
You can infer a lot of things from what people do and don't do. That is a great example of that.
Enough about the crazy conversation going on in my head all weekend.
Should we talk about the game that we just watched?
We might as well.
I think we should.
It was great. It was good. 1-0 early on. Michael Toglia adds Gerrit Cole to the list of guys he's homered off of. Eric Lauer, not a huge name, but Kenley Jansen, he did it in Atlanta in the 9th inning for his first one of his career. 2 out of 3 guys, you can make the case are Hall of Famers that he's homered off of already in his career.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Michael Anthony Toglia. It looked like his family was in town this weekend, too.
There was somebody on Friday with his jersey on behind home plate. He walked like him. I was like, what is Toglia doing behind home plate?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be his brother.
I think it's his dad and his brother in town because I saw them out on the field. And then I saw people still wearing Toglia jerseys. So I'm glad, he had family in town to see him absolutely pop off.
I'll stop talking about my family in a second, but cousin Jason from Florida. Played ball at Lynn University a year right after Tommy Kahnle, who came in, did not do so well today.
All Jenny Kavnar wanted was a Tommy Kahnle meltdown.
Yeah, she got it.
And she got it. Also, happy birthday, Jenny.
And my cousin Jason, who played Northwoods League, and also played travel ball for 3 years with Anthony Rizzo.
Really?
But was disappointed. No home runs. So we're talking about first baseman today. No homers for Anthony Rizzo. Home run for Michael Anthony Toglia, though. Forget about it over here now. You know what I mean? For this guy. And then Cron comes up with the bases juiced. He had already homered on Saturday. Man, we got that Cron. The Cron Zone.
The Cron Zone is such a lovely place to be, and I'm so glad that we're back in it.
We're in it.
A grand slam. We just went so long without a grand slam, and now we've had 2 already this season.
Cousin Avery went to King Soopers before the game. Only jersey they had, CJ Cron. So she's very happy with the Grand Slam, but then I told her you might only be able to wear this for like another week or 2. She was not happy about that fact. I was like, but it becomes vintage. It immediately becomes vintage once he gets traded, or if he gets traded.
Do you like right now, as we're sitting here, living, breathing, talking Rockies, do you think CJ will be traded? Because I don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean, is anyone like?
I think Grichuk will. I think Grichuk will get traded.
He's the one. He's the one.
He's the one. I just feel it in my soul. He's out of here soon.
He's the one. Yeah, no, for sure. And you know what, Jerks and Profar, they might keep him around just because the fact that he got nice new basketball jerseys for everybody on the team, I think.
Yeah, no,
So,
I think they'll keep Profar around. But Grichuk, I don't know. I think our days are numbered. We should just enjoy our quality time with him while we have it.
He's the guy. I think Grichuk's the guy.
He's the guy.
Cron, laser beam, home run to center, IROD 505. It was a fun series to watch live. Went to all 3 games. That's the thing as a fan. I only did that once, and when I did it, it was like, this is awesome to see a whole series, soup to nuts. You're looking at the different pitching matchups. You're looking at the bullpen. As Luke from the Gazette was pointing out, hey, there's 2 lefties in the bullpen. You got Ty Block. He'll probably start on Tuesday. It's going to be a bullpen game.
Bullpen game.
We've got 2 days of shows before we even get to Tuesday, but they leave him out there. Fernando Abad's still there, but you go to Gavin Hollowell.
He is still around.
I know. I'm not going to lie. I saw his locker and I go, when did he get? I'm like, I don't even care at this point. I was on vacation for a while. I'm doing the All-Star game. There's so much happening for both of us.
Abad is back.
We're going to get back to figuring out who's on this team and why. I mean, this week, not today, Susie.
We will break it all down. I want to talk about what Alan Trejo had to say after the game, though. We kind of got away from it. Welcome to our very chaotic, sleep-deprived show. But Alan Trejo,
doesn't start the game either, right? I don't think he did. Well, Castro was in the game.
No, he did not start in this game.
Love that.
He did not start in this game. He didn't come in until... Was it the 8th?
It was late, yeah.
It was the 8th inning.
It was.
Look at Rockies coming in the 8th inning. and just mashing.
Come from behind.
Sounds familiar. Elias Diaz, looking at you. No, we got to talk about Alan Trejo because we had a chance to catch up with him after the game. But we talked to him especially about just coming in clutch with that first homer of the season. Tiff, are we ready to run that? All right, let's hear him. How does it feel for you to have that first homer, that first milestone of the season, but also in such a clutch moment?
It's one of those things where, I got the monkey off my back. I typically hit homers. I'm not like a guy that's going to hit you 40 homers. I'm just happy to get that one off my back because I felt like I drive the ball and I haven't been driving the ball up here at this level. So, when that happens, good things start happening and I'm happy about it.
So you're saying you're about to pop off?
I sure hope so, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Bring us back.
Love
there we
that.
go.
Love Trejo doing it.
Oh, he's such a funny dude.
He's good.
No,
he's fun.
he said, he's like, nah, I think he is going to pop off. He was like, oh, I sure hope I am. Nah, I think he is.
I thought he was a candidate to maybe pitch the 12th or the 13th.
Oh, I definitely thought. I figured, honestly, I'm like, if we go into 12, we're getting Alan Trejo in there.
I could see if we had more extra inning games, the commissioner creating rules of all right, if you started the game, you can come back into pitch if you needed to. That wouldn't have been so bad for the Rockies because Chase Anderson pitched really well. His first 5 starts with the Rockies, I think he had a 2.67 ERA. Mm-hmm. His last 5, north of, I want to say, 12. But today did really well, got himself out of a bunch of jams, the Harry Houdini of the staff today.
Yes.
That was so nice for him to get that against the Yankees the way he did. I know you got a chance to catch up with him post-game.
Yeah. He mentioned that it was so emotional just because of the way he's been pitching his last 5 starts. So, yeah, are we ready to play that too, Tiff? All right, here is our chat with Chase Anderson. You mentioned this was an emotional game. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I think just from obviously not pitching, I want to the last 4 or 5 starts, pitching 5 innings, and, giving up no runs, a couple hits, and getting out of those 2 jams was huge. And I think that's just kind of a little weight lifted off my shoulders to be able to get back to pitching like I know how.
He was fantastic. That was great for him to just kind of. The Rockies need that. Buddy said on Friday. Someone asked him about, buddy, let's talk about the starting rotation. He goes, the 3 guys I have. The 3 guys. They have 3 guys right now. That's it.
Yeah.
As we saw, Gomber on Friday night looked really good.
Gomber was good. Is also who had this on their bingo card that Austin Gomber would be the ace of the Colorado Rockies?
By default.
By default.
Do you have to have an asterisk next to it? Maybe.
Yes.
But hey, I mean.
No, but you know what?
Great.
He pitched great on Friday.
He pitched really
was
good.
So good.
You got Connor Siebel, you got Chase Anderson. And I mean, that's it. Because we're going to see it. We're already talking about it, but we might as well. Yeah, bullpen game on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And then Gomber back again. So we're going to see some more guys. We're definitely going to see some more guys. Betting on Jake Bird to start on Tuesday. Heidi Bird? Does Heidi have an inside scoop?
Oh.
Is there a family text that's not my family, but a different family text?
Okay, I have some questions, Heidi.
I want to talk about some of the injuries. We got news on Antonio Senzatella here in just a moment, and something that could implicate Jake Bird in a good way, but we got to implicate all of your barbecues. Decent segue.
Keep it moving.
Implicate those barbecues with some Breck Brew Palisade Peach Wheat.
Ooh.
I mean, we're already a Colorado company made with renewable energy, using Colorado ingredients, but Palisade Peach, I mean, that's an Colorado ingredient. That's what we're known for here in Colorado on the western slope. It's a laid-back porch side refresher. Head over to breckbrew.com. Find out where you can locate it in your area. Sure, we know that's got the Colorado vibes for the summer, but you can get it in other states too. Fear not. Go to breckbrew.com. Hit up that Breck Brew locator to find out where you can get it.
Because you can find a Breck near you.
You can.
You can.
You can only find an illegal Pete's for now. We'll see if they can go the Jersey Mike's route and branch out to other states for illegal Pete's. They could be illegal in other states too, maybe at some point. But right now, only in Colorado.
I love illegal Pete's.
It's a spot for burritos, beers, buddies. Also, and I don't do this at other places, but I do this when I go to Illegal Pete's. I get the nachos at Illegal Pete's.
Wait, have you heard about reverse nachos?
Yes, but I forget what they are.
No, so it's kind of off menu at Illegal Pete's, but it's basically all the nacho toppings are in a bowl and you get a side of chips, so you dip you dip your stuff.
Did we talk about that in our Slack? I feel like I saw that somewhere and I didn't know what it was.
So like Mitch turned me onto it.
No, he
tuned me into it.
Mitch knows what's up with the legal Pete's.
So yeah, he is the one that, and then it blew my mind. I'm like, it's my new favorite food.
That does sound really good.
It's so good. I actually want it right now.
That also sounds like something if like you're on like a no carb diet. You're like, hold the chips, give me a spoon, and it becomes.
That's just a bowl. That's a burrito bowl.
Why not?
Well, yeah, no, that's
Let's
just
go
already
on
a
that
thing.
one. They also got $22 high noon baskets, buckets, not baskets. I would get mine in a basket just to be like a real hipster when you're at Illegal Pete's, but be very hip, be very Illegal Pete's. Check them out all over the state. They're great. Frank the Tank 14. I think I know who Frank the Tank is. I got a Frank in my family now.
Oh my gosh.
Is that my new cousin Frank? Although I don't think that's his avatar because he's got long hair.
Oh.
Grand Salami. Send a salami to your boy in the army. That's what I'm saying. So here's the thing, Heidi, you got to start it off here. Thank you for the comments. Happy Taylor Swift Day. I'm sure we'll get to that.
We can talk about it. Oh yeah, we actually do have to talk about it.
Okay, now we are getting the family in there with the whiffs there. We're playing wiffle ball. Thank you, Maddie.
Oh my gosh. Wow, thank you for the engagement, guys.
Yes, he might be a Yankee fan, but his nickname is Feet Alonzo. Because he hits those bombs, and I'm not going to tell you what feet actually stands for. But besides the point, Heidi, you got us started. So let us finish it. Awful news that Buddy just slipped in at the end of the press conference. Yeah, so a little bit of a hiccup in San Francisco for Senzatella. Tommy John surgery. What?
Okay, this is exactly the Lucas Gilbreth situation where they try to kick the can down the road with a PRP shot that he didn't even seem like he was convinced he wanted to do.
They never work, Susie. They never work.
It didn't work. It didn't do anything. And now we wasted these precious weeks where he could be healing from surgery.
That's
I just
rough.
cannot believe that we have two starters right now who have Tommy John in the same season.
And that we know are not going to be available in April.
Yeah.
And probably not May. Certainly not for Marquez, but maybe he comes back to like that's it. There's so many implications. There's a lot that we'll be breaking down in the implications. One of those things that I did float out there because you're like, look at the guys in Albuquerque. I think you've got some guys you can play with. There's some players you can play with. Noah Davis being first among them. The guys in AA, they still got a way to go. I thought maybe we would see Gabriel Hughes late in the season. I know that's super aggressive to call him up.
Very aggressive, but not impossible.
Except he might be a little bit banged up. We'll talk about that tomorrow when we talk.
Oh boy.
When we talk prospects of the week. I know. But here's the thing.
Stop it.
He was a starter for a little while. We've seen him go length. He's got the attitude. I think he's capable of doing it. Jake Bird stretching him out to become a starter for next year. Does that happen in the final 2 months of the year? Does that happen in the offseason? There's a chance. I haven't heard anybody say this yet. We haven't even talked with Buddy about it. But it's one of those kind of out of left field type scenarios that I think could come to fruition because there aren't a ton of options unless you sign 3 free agent starting pitchers next offseason. What's more likely? I think Jake Bird maybe being stretched out to become a starter.
Actually, that is because that's exactly what the Rockies would do. Instead of trading one of the 5 million outfielders we have to get some pitching. Nah, let's.
I know. And Wilp makes a great point. And look, this is true for all players, no matter when they have injuries. So it's not necessarily Senzatella. No one's putting on him. No one's putting on the organization. But Will says, did Senza get his elbow injury because he was throwing on a bad knee? This is one of those things that ends up happening, or an ACL, is you get injury and so you compensate for different things. And you go, oh, man, this hurt. And then, oh, now it's another body part because you're never truly healthy. That's one of the things that the Dodgers do incredibly well. They do all this biotesting to find out where the weak points are on a player's body to say, hey, let's strengthen this now because I know it hasn't been an issue and you feel great, but it may eventually come up and bite you in the Tommy John surgery area, you know, bite you in the elbow, as it were. So, you know, it's a fair question, but also, I mean, what are you going to do? Did they rush him back? Not necessarily. It's just one of those things. And so really, really tough spot there for Senzatella.
Yeah, this is just like, you know, we're just dealing with way too many injuries in the starting rotation. I can't even wrap my mind around it. And the Kyle Freeland of it all.
Freeland, no timetable for him yet.
No
which
timetable.
I guess is good with the shoulder. He's still able to throw just a little bit. But, yeah, we got to see what's going to happen with the shoulder. Hopefully, I mean, it can get worse if he doesn't come back the rest of this year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, maybe that bodes well for 2024. This is rough. Connor Seabold's performance on Saturday.
Poor
rough.
Connor Seabold.
6-3 loss. They chipped away. They got 2 runs there late. 2 innings pitched. Couldn't get out of the third. Gave up 6 runs. I still think he's going to be a dude. He's going to get the opportunities to do it. Certainly. I really thought he was going to shove, kind of like he did in Boston against the Red Sox, in a baseball juice environment.
Yeah.
I'm going to trademark that. Can you help me get like some trademarks over here? Baseball juice.
Do you want me to file some trademark claims?
We'll see. Yeah, it'll be off book kind of stuff.
All right.
We'll figure it out. Can you be my social media manager? Well, we'll talk about this another time. He takes the loss. Seabold he lost in his last 5 starts. Hasn't done that since Tyler Chatwood in 2017. They went to the playoffs that year. Not going to be the case this year. Definitely.
You know what? I mean, listen, we just saw this with Chase Anderson where his past 5 starts weren't great. So I kind of hope, like, okay, he started off so solid enough. I hope he just gets out of this rut.
Yeah.
But yeah, tough scene on Saturday.
Very tough. Appreciate Alpine Garage Sports coming down to the actual scene here on the corner of Colfax, New York, the DNVR bar, where, of course, our diehards get 15% off all food and drink, 20% off all the gear that we've got. The fam has already got a bunch of Rockies gear.
Is this an ad read right now?
It is accidentally. It slipped into one.
Okay.
And accidentally, you can get, access to the Diehards Only Discord where we're saying things that we might not say here on the show. And
we've been a little unhinged lately.
The community can speak freely. And it's not even just Rockies. It's all the major sports. It's people who are doing like hiking and skiing, snowboarding, pro wrestling if you're into that, which a lot of people are. So we dig that. We appreciate that. Tommy Doyle. Who has blocked Brenton Doyle from being a double unique, as we know.
Yes.
Only one other Doyle. It's Tommy Doyle. So he gets called up, does a nice job on Saturday night. 2 innings pitched. We talked with him before Sunday's game, and it was like a reset of his major league debut, which was 3 years prior, 1,021 days ago.
Oh my gosh, I saw that number in the game notes today. I'm like, really? Because honestly, the 2020 season, what a blur. What a damn blur. I feel like it doesn't even count.
Nope.
But it does. But it doesn't.
Tommy Doyle was on the list of like 5 guys from the 2020 season you will get in a fist fight over if somebody tells you they played for the Rockies. Now it might not be the case. We'll see what he's going to do. He's had some shoulder issues. He's looked really nice. He's worked on it. Talked to us really good. Seemed really focused. Basically came from high A up to the majors during that COVID season. So now he's had a chance to get his feet wet and dry subsequently in Albuquerque, as it were, there at an altitude even higher than Coors Field. So hopefully he can kind of correct that. And you say, oh, no, he also played in 2020. Okay, I remember him. But Kevin Pillar is on that list. Antonio Santos. There's a few other guys that I can't even think of off the top of my head. I mean, Matt Kemp is a big one. You go, oh, yeah, that's right. He was on that team in 2020. So strange.
Randos.
Kind of strange, kind of wild in the weird, wild and wonderful, easy for me to say, is the fact that Tommy Doyle will be wearing the number 57. Now, the diehard Rockies fans know the number 57 has been taken out of rotation since 2002, since the passing of Darryl Kyle. He was the first one to wear it. Jason Jennings wore it in 2001 when he made his debut. Then he switched over for his rookie season in 2002, where he won the Rookie of the Year award. But since Darryl Kyle's passing, his 3 organizations, Cardinals, Rockies, and Astros, took it out of rotation. And just this past year, the Cardinals gave it to Zach Thompson. No particular reason, just, hey, let's get it back in there. So the Cardinals did it first. I spoke with Tiny Ponarelli and Jack Etkin pregame about this. And, Tiny was kind of waiting on somebody else to make a move to do that. And, Cardinals did that. And in a way, you say, actually, that honors him a bit more because we're talking about Darryl Kyle today.
Yes, I like that. I love, of course, recognizing and memorializing someone, but at the same time, having this number back in the rotation exactly gets us talking about him.
Love that. Houston still hasn't given it out to a player, so 57 still out of the rotation for Houston. And it's something that a lot of people, I know I didn't, even when they first renovated the clubhouse in 2019, There's a painting of Darryl Kyle in Tiny, the clubhouse manager's office. That player that just looks like he could be a regular, Rockies pitcher. That's Darryl Kyle. And then on the side, which I never noticed, Tiny pointed out, is there's a photograph of the paintings that this artist for the Astros did in St. Louis of what that painting looks like, and then a photograph of the one in Houston. So I think that's really awesome that it's out there. And again, we're talking about him. So Good on Tommy Doyle. Good on Darryl Kyle and his family and everything. So that was great. DJ LeMahieu shut out of action on Sunday. 2 hits, multi-hit games on Friday and Saturday. What did you think of the reaction at Coors Field? First off, he did get the video package.
He did get a video package. It was a lovely video package.
Yep.
I feel like fans were very receptive. So he didn't get, a standing ovation or anything at his, like when he went up to the plate.
Right.
And I think that's the part that people saw on TV if they weren't at the game. So
Yeah.
or if like someone wasn't early enough to the game to see the video package. So I saw a lot of comments of people saying, like, oh, wow, no love for DJ. It's like, no, but like, people were standing and clapping for him. He did get a lot of applause.
Yeah.
When they aired that video.
That was the key. So there were a lot of elements to this, which going into, I would have just said, I just hope he gets a standing ovation when he goes up to hit. Because Elias Diaz thought he might. He did walk up to the mound and then looked around and go, no, we're not doing this right now. Okay. But one of the elements, as you said, he kind of got that big ovation, the video package. That was great. That was wonderful.
Yep.
2, you did have a lot of Yankees fans in the ballpark that they're not thinking about, hey, it's LeMahieu's first time. He's probably been back before, right? Yankees played the Rockies in 2019. That was at Yankee Stadium. It was his first time. So you have maybe 50% of the crowd completely unaware of the historical
Completely
significance.
oblivious, exactly.
And then the remaining Rockies fans, that was 4+ years ago. There might not have been enough of them. I'm sure there's plenty there in our chat here, which again, drop it in the DNVR Sports channel live on YouTube. That did stand for him, whether at home or in the ballpark, but there wasn't enough to get that groundswell that was going. Cap-wise, do appreciate that, Ben. Darryl Kyle Field is the name of this high school field. It's something that the Rockies, I wish they did a lot more, is naming those local fields that they fix up and that they renovate after a player each and every year.
I like that.
Haven't done that in a little while, but so that was nice to see on Friday. So sort of give a pass in that situation. 19th come from behind victory on Sunday. 18th was on Friday. Did get a homer from Chris Bryant on Friday. Did get a strikeout in a big spot. And I think a fly out in a big spot on Sunday, unfortunately. Thought maybe the Boo Birds were going to be out. I thought maybe that was going to happen today. Did not happen.
No.
Do you realize that this was the first time that Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant were on a field together since 2021 with the Cubs?
I didn't even realize it, and it makes sense. And they had a nice little embrace.
Yeah.
Super cute. We love these besties.
Yeah.
It must have made the Chicago fans who have invaded this city very happy.
That's it. I did think that maybe I thought maybe the Giants did play the Yankees late in 2021 when the two were traded to the opposite coasts, but that was not. That was their first one. For that, we did get some good news on the rehab assignment front. Tyler Kinley, he's going out to Spokane for appearances on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, according to Bud Black. And then Brendan Rodgers, he's going to join him in Spokane. Rehab, we should be getting B-Rod back pretty soon, maybe before the month of July is out.
This is exciting. This is very exciting.
Yeah.
We need a win in the injury column. We need these guys to overcome their injuries.
We do. And if you've had injuries at work, you got to call the folks over at Backus and Schenker.
Backus and Schenker.
Look, they're here to help. They help Colorado families win. They've been doing it for over 25 years, probably because they've got 30 lawyers, 100 folks on staff, and because not only are they great at what they do, but they do it for free. You can consult with them for free. They can work on your case for free. They work for free until you see that first dime. And in fact, they've won their clients over $1 billion. Got to make sure you give them a call at 222-2222. Go over to coloradolaw.net. It doesn't hurt. Call the folks at Backus and Schenker.
Backus and Schenker.
Because Backus and Schenker wins. Check out their offices. Wins? Were you doing a wins?
Wins.
Win. I like that. They got offices in Aurora, Inglewood, Fort Collins, and Denver. Oh, sorry.
Stick to sports.
I thought you're throwing something down. You didn't. FOCO. Wow. Susie.
Okay.
You know what they got now over at FOCO?
What do they have now?
My hand can't stop shaking because I'm pumped for both of these items. You ready for this? We might need a tight shot on Susie.
I don't know if I am.
You ready for what they got? They got a lot, but here's what they got. Beanie Babies.
No.
And overalls. Team overalls. Susie.
I saw the overalls. I did not see the Beanie Babies. Are these like actual Beanie Babies or are they a knockoff?
Tiff, what are you doing to me? I didn't know they made All-Star Game beanies. I gotta get those now. What the hell? I was all hyped to just look and do like the window shopping. Is there a word when you just put something in your cart when you're shopping online, but you don't get it? Because you get some endorphins from that.
That is a very common thing. I don't do it, but like a lot of people do. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I don't do it intentionally, but it's just something that I'll do. I'll leave and I'll come back. Now it's going cart buy for those Beanie Babies. And then the overalls, those are just amazing.
They don't have
fantastic.
Rockies overalls, unfortunately.
No, they don't.
They do have Cubs overalls.
Here's the thing. I just want a pair of overalls. So even if they're not Rockies, I'm just going to have to find a way to get a pair.
Yeah.
CSU, CU, I'll figure it out.
The overalls are the move.
But not Nebraska. That is the Patty promise.
Nebraska is ass.
You will not be getting Nebraska from me.
Nebraska.
They've got the NBA championship ones too. The Aaron Gordon ones sold out. So you got to get moving on those. They got big head bobbleheads, which look crazy awesome.
Oh my gosh.
They're like oversized bobbleheads. They're so good. And they also have an Ezekiel Tovar rookie bobblehead for folks to get, except you probably didn't get it because it's sold out.
Oh my god.
That's why you got to be on Foco.com. That's why you got to use promo code DNVR. They got a Nuggets NBA championship crossbody bag. I'm done talking about it because I could talk all day long.
I'm looking at the overall selection now.
It's
they have Phillies.
Really
they have Phillies overalls.
It's amazing. Maybe you might have to wait for the postseason.
They got Yankees overalls and Mets overalls. These are fun.
I'm gonna see if maybe we can get somebody upstairs here in a couple of minutes. We got some more business to get to, but see if there's any family that's behaving. Maybe get them up here.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want them to be on camera. They're gonna freeze up. I'm gonna be honest.
They can't.
You know, that's that thing where like you have some alcohol and you're like, yeah, whatever. But I think there's still 1% on the inside going, I know enough to not get on this camera right now. And I think my family has that gene to have that. You know what? I'm just going to keep talking that talk. I'm going to keep talking that talk.
Why don't you have that gene?
That's my other side of the family. It's my dad's side. This is my mom's side of the family.
Did you see, real fast, did you see on Saturday? I am the one who posted this from the DNVR Rockies account.
Allegedly. I'm saving you just in case.
No, it's not. I will say I posted this. I know posted. You're talking about. Okay, let me talk. So
that's how I feel half the time anyway. Go ahead.
Let me talk. So someone was wearing. There was a man at the Taylor Swift concert with his girlfriend, and he was wearing an Arenado jersey. And I was just like, this is so random. So I took a picture of him with like the stadium in the background. It was a beautiful picture. It was such a great night. But this dude follows us on Twitter and immediately like looked back and figured it was me who took the picture, comes up to me and he was like, oh, do you know the guy who runs the DNVR Rockies account?
Guy, how dare they?
And I like just looked at it. I was like, I am the guy.
How dare they?
But you know what? He was super nice. So he clarified he was wearing a Nolan Arenado jersey because his girlfriend said he had to wear something purple.
Okay.
So that was the purple he chose. But I will say he was being a great Swiftie boyfriend because he went down and got merch while she was enjoying the show. And those merch lines are long.
Yeah.
And to thank me for posting him on DNVR Rockies.
I love that.
Bobby Seltzer.
There you go.
Great dude.
That's
Great
it.
dude.
I love that. Breck Brew, hard seltzer? Of course. It's got to be. It's got to be. On Friday night, I mean, this was talked about, I think, all weekend. That sweeper, it ain't just sweeping. It also be plunking. Billy McKinney swung through one, hit him on the back leg. Love to see that with Justin Lawrence getting his 5th out of 5 opportunities with the save. All of Lower Downtown was absolutely jammed up. There's also like Cirque du Soleil going on, I think, maybe?
There's Cirque du Soleil at Ball Arena. Well, there's like a tent set up outside of Ball Arena,
right.
So there's that.
Yankees Rockies.
There's Yankees Rockies. There's 2 nights of Taylor Swift where people are tailgating hours and hours and hours before.
In my notes, I have Bill Swift at Bears Stadium. Where did I go wrong there?
At
Is it
Bears?
Bill Swift at Bears Stadium?
Maybe Bill Swift at Mile High?
Well, it used to be called Bear Stadium.
But not when Bill Swift was there.
No, that's right. That's right. So yeah,
the original Swiftie.
We're doing a double backflip. That's right. The original Swiftie. Wild with the attendance, sellouts, no surprise there.
No surprise.
Here is the big thing, though, and we'll get the update from Baseball Reference tomorrow. Going into today's game, the Rockies were only 362 in attendance behind last year's pace, which means with today's big sellout, they could actually be averaging more people this potentially 100-loss season than last year. I saved this for the end of the show because
embarrassing.
Podcasts are being broken all around the Rockies nation right now. Yeah.
That's
sorry.
embarrassing.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but it is what it is.
I think it's embarrassing.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a little embarrassing. So, you know about the bleacher creatures at Yankee Stadium?
I do. Yes.
And they do something called roll call, where they shout out each individual player. They have their own clap, and they have their own way of shouting for them. And each player, I don't know the exact order. I think it's basically outfield, then infield. They do the catcher, and they'll shout them out. And then the player will have a special way of acknowledging or saluting the bleacher creatures. They did that on Friday night at Coors Field. Rockies fans, people at the ballpark.
People at the
did
ballpark.
that at Coors Field, where the Rockies play.
Also embarrassing.
For the Yankees.
Also embarrassing.
A little bit. You
can't let that happen. This is why, listen, Colorado fans need to stop being so chill. You need to just go over and start a physical altercation if someone's doing that in your ballpark.
I think so. We have 2 Doyles now. Did you notice what's on the back of their jersey? Does it say, for Tommy Doyle, does it say T. Doyle or just Doyle?
It's just Doyle.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, do you think they are going to add the initial?
No.
Wait, does that mean no, you don't think they are, or yes, they will?
I do not think they will.
I don't know what that means. I'm so tired.
They
so
will not.
Yes,
I do not.
say no.
They will not put the initial.
Right.
That is my prediction.
They are not.
Do they have to?
Well,
What is the rule?
to use the Yankees, we're going to do thumbs down on that one. You'd be correct. They will not be putting the initial up. Talk with Tiny, again, the clubhouse manager. He said, no, we're not going to do it. Teams kind of doing it less and less. There is a number on the back of their jersey, but they've always still done the initial. I always thought it was weird to see C. Jones and A. Jones for 2 Hall of Famers. I'll say it for Andrew Jones. He'll get in eventually. But 2 Hall of Famers to have that. Just put Jones. We know who Chipper is. We know who Andrew Jones is. We know who Brenton Doyle is. We know who Tommy Doyle is, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to do that. This is at least the second time. I think it is just the only. Didn't check with Rockies PR. I trust myself on this one and everyone I've talked to. 2010, Seth Smith, Greg Smith. They just went Smith. We did not have an S. Smith or G. Smith. So I think that thing, we're not doing first initials. But it's only the second time it's ever happened.
I'm fine with it. Exactly. The number's there.
All right.
Some teams don't even put names on their jerseys.
What? In this economy?
Especially in this economy. Letters are expensive.
Actually, yeah, they're going off of Rockies ones
Inflation's
here.
a bitch.
In just a second, yeah. Especially if you have Todd Hollandsworth. The Rockies wouldn't even bother signing a guy like that because he just has too many letters in his name.
So many letters.
Forget it.
No, we can't afford it.
The budget on knitting materials or sewing and thread, it's just too much. Susie, I need you to vamp for a second because I'm sure you've got takes on this, and I'll set it up if you don't know.
Okay.
Especially because I thought it was fake, and it ain't fake.
Okay.
An email was sent to Dick Monfort.
Oh my gosh.
About
okay. Well, let's pull up.
Shohei Ohtani.
Do you have that thing pulled up? I want to see it while I talk about it because I saw this on Twitter.
So it's the homie Kevlar. I think we might follow him on the main account, but it's homie Kevin. Love him. And yeah, he sent an email, had a nice little Photoshop, MS Paint, right? I got to get it correct, Kev. Photoshop of Ohtani in purple saying, hey, Mr. Monfort, what do you think? And the response from the iPad was, that would be not so bad. I mean, he's a free agent at the end of the year. It's very short and brief. He's a free agent at the end of the year, but it'd be a fun 2 months. That's it. Out. Monfort out.
All right, go.
All right.
I'm gonna vamp.
Go for it.
And you're gonna go retrieve your crazy family. Okay. Ain't no way he really sent this email. Ain't no way. Although Dick Monfort has been known to reply to fan emails from his iPad. It's a famous thing in the Rockies fan realm. But there is no way he was this candid. Is this the email that we have pulled up? Yeah, I don't know. This might just be a good Photoshop. I am so doubtful that this is real, that he would really say about Shohei Ohtani, yeah, that would be a fun couple of months. There is just absolutely no freaking way. Please weigh in the comments if you have an opinion on this. Just absolutely wild. I see, oh my goodness. All right, I see some Jersey people coming through. This is a lot. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, are you guys having a good day? You guys look like you're having a blast.
So we're talking about the fact that
Which
Shohei
one gets
Ohtani.
live? Hold on, which one of you is the Mets fan?
Well, a lot of them. This is cousin Jordan.
You're the cousin Jordan?
The legend.
Come here. Come back here. Come back here.
we actually talk about you like way more than we should on this podcast.
All right, so cousin Jordan, to update everybody, the canon. You might want to get your. There we go. Taking a knee. One knee.
This is so chaotic.
So the Mets, after the last postseason, you texted me, I got to learn how to play an instrument. How is the piano lessons going?
Well, Mets got a big win today,
Okay.
so lessons are currently on hold.
All right. But you're under 500, though. We are.
This is true.
Yeah, and your closer's in a wheelchair. There we go. All right, there's cousin Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you, cousin
That's
Jordan.
canon.
Honestly, I feel
There we
like
go.
I'm meeting a celebrity right now. Thank
That's
you
it.
so much. This is huge.
We got cousin Maddie, AKA, what's your AKA? Feet Alonzo.
Why?
Come on
Why
in.
Feet? Come on
I guess
in.
we're going to do the whole camera
Also,
then.
first of all, That's Baseball Susan. Great shirt. Great
That's it.
shirt.
You didn't actually get any Rockies gear. You're the only one that didn't support.
Tough loss today.
All right, we're gonna keep it short with you. Sorry, we can't. For the Yankees fans.
What does Feet Alonzo mean?
He made it up yesterday.
If you know, you
I
know.
was hitting bombs over the roof.
He was.
Patrick hit some too. It's great wiffle
Oh, so
ball
you guys
player.
were playing
We
wiffle ball
always play
yesterday.
wiffle ball. I'm legitimately sore from playing wiffle ball.
Whole family sore.
I was in sandals, some more than others.
It's a great
You played in sandals?
Our uncle had like a broken rib, and he's still turning around on 70-mile-an-hour fastballs.
from throwing.
We were getting wild, yeah.
Getting wild.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Maddie. Feet
Thank you.
Alonzo.
Thank you, Feet
That's it.
Alonzo.
All right. So that's it. So now when I refer to the Yankees fans, I'm like, Feet Alonzo, not happy about the latest Yankees trade. We know who it is.
Oh my gosh.
Now we know who it is.
This is okay. Your family is exactly as chaotic as I imagined they would be.
Are they as chaotic as yours?
That's a really good question.
Because that could be a great compliment if you're saying we're more chaotic than your
I was
family.
gonna say my family doesn't drink this much.
Okay. What? These guys are sober. What are you talking about? These guys, they're teetotal. They run marathons with me. Who's pacing me when I do my marathons? My family here. It's great. All right, we're gonna party. We're gonna go downstairs. I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
From the show, we pretty much got it. So yeah,
Let's wrap
Ohtani.
it, yeah.
Ohtani, Rockies next year. You confirmed it.
Ohtani over his dead body. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
All right. So then here's the question:
Okay.
if Ohtani, do the Rockies have a better chance of acquiring Ohtani's dead body than his alive body? I think that's a yes. What did we just do, Susie? We took it.
Took it to a dark place.
And we're going to take it to Twitter. We're going to take it to Twitter at DNVR_Rockies at Patrick D. Lyons is where I can be found.
And you can find me at the Susie Hunter on all platforms.
We got some chaotic, hectic family momentum.
Yeah, you need to reel these people in.
You know what they say about you know what they say about momentum.
What do they say, Patrick?
It's only as good as your next show. So we will talk to you tomorrow right here on the DNVR Sports Channel, live on YouTube.